Hey everyone, welcome back to Future Car Update, the place where we dive deep into the latest, smartest, and most exciting vehicles coming to reshape our roads. Today, we're bringing you the full scoop on the 2026 Hyundai Creta, a compact SUV that's been turning heads globally and is finally stepping up its game in a big way. So, what exactly is the Hyundai Creta? Well, the Creta is a subcompact crossover SUV that's been part of Hyundai's global lineup since 2014. Originally designed for emerging markets, it quickly gained traction due to its stylish design, practical size, and value for money appeal. It's kind of like the sweet spot between a hatchback and a full-blown SUV. And now in 2026, Hyundai is taking that original formula and leveling it up, with sharper tech, better performance, and bolder design than ever before. The Creta was first introduced in India and China, and over the years it's become one of Hyundai's most successful models, especially in countries like India, Brazil, Indonesia, and South Africa. In fact, India is where the Creta really exploded in popularity, becoming a consistent top seller in the SUV segment. It's been such a massive hit there that Hyundai has made India a key production hub for the Creta, even exporting it from Indian plants to over 80 countries worldwide. Now fast forward to 2026, and the latest Creta is gearing up to compete not just in those markets, but also more broadly in Latin America, Southeast Asia, and even parts of Eastern Europe. It's still not officially sold in the US or Western Europe, but its growing presence and evolution are catching global attention, and for good reason. The 2026 Hyundai Creta is coming in hot with a refreshed design that's both futuristic and sporty. The front grille is larger and more aggressive, there are sleek LED DRLs that almost slice through the air, and the rear tail light setup looks super premium, almost inspired by its bigger brother, the Tucson. But don't be fooled by the compact size. This thing packs a serious punch under the hood and inside the cabin. Performance-wise, the 2026 Creta comes with multiple engine options depending on the market. The most popular is the 1.5-liter naturally aspirated petrol engine, which now produces around 115 horsepower and feels smoother than ever thanks to Hyundai's updated CVT transmission. But there's also a 1.5-liter turbocharged petrol engine making about 160 horsepower, which adds a whole new level of excitement to city driving and highway cruising. For those leaning toward fuel efficiency, there's still a diesel option in some regions, producing around 116 horsepower with excellent low-end torque. Speaking of fuel efficiency, Hyundai has made solid improvements here. The naturally aspirated petrol variant delivers around 17 km/L, or roughly 40 miles per gallon equivalent, depending on conditions. The diesel variant, meanwhile, can go up to 21 km/L, that's about 50 miles per gallon equivalent, making it one of the most fuel-efficient SUVs in its class. In terms of capabilities, the 2026 Creta isn't an off-road monster, but it holds its own extremely well on rough roads, steep inclines, and slippery surfaces thanks to features like Hill Start Assist, traction control, and even multiple drive modes in the higher trims. It's primarily a city and highway cruiser, but it can handle mild off-roading without breaking a sweat, which makes it great for people who live in the suburbs or near hilly terrain. Now, let's talk about what really sets the 2026 Hyundai Creta apart, the features. This car is packed. You're getting a panoramic sunroof, a fully digital 10.25-inch driver display, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 360-degree camera, ventilated front seats, wireless charging, and even Level 2 ADAS features in the top trims. That means lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning, and more. Basically, it's offering premium car tech in a compact SUV body. Hyundai has also stepped up its game with build quality and safety. The 2026 Creta is expected to achieve solid crash test ratings, with 6 airbags standard in most variants and more high-strength steel used in its construction. For families and solo drivers alike, it brings peace of mind in a very competitive segment. Now, let's talk price. In most markets, the 2026 Creta starts at around $17,000 USD equivalent and goes up to about $25,000 for the fully loaded variant. That's incredibly competitive considering the feature set, tech, and reliability that Hyundai is known for. For people who want a well-rounded SUV without breaking the bank, the Creta checks almost every box. But what's the real selling point here? It's that the 2026 Creta manages to balance everything: design, technology, comfort, efficiency, and affordability, in a way that very few cars in this price range can. It doesn't try to be the biggest, fastest, or most luxurious, but it nails the fundamentals. You get a car that looks premium, drives comfortably, gives you solid mileage, and is backed by Hyundai's extensive service network and warranty plans. And that's exactly why it's become so popular. People don't just want a flashy SUV anymore, they want something that's smart, connected, efficient, and future-ready. The 2026 Hyundai Creta hits that sweet spot perfectly. Whether you're a young professional looking for your first big car, a small family needing a reliable ride, or someone who just wants great value, the Creta delivers in all categories. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, here's the bottom line: the 2026 Hyundai Creta might not be sold in the United States just yet, but it's one of those global models that shows where the compact SUV market is heading. Smart features, bold design, and real-world practicality. If Hyundai decides to bring it to the US in the coming years, we wouldn't be surprised if it shakes up the crossover segment here too. Thanks for watching Future Car Update. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more future car insights, and let us know in the comments, would you buy the 2026 Hyundai Creta if it came to your country? What feature excites you the most? Until next time, drive safe and stay curious.